problem.
Okay, here I'm back with Austin Forney, second part of the interview. Yeah, we talked about, what you do after the stage stop and running your tours. So, but kind of like Alex too, having a tour kennel and a racing kennel must mean really tight logistics. Describe me one of your days, like typical days leading up to the race.
Oh geez, when we're full swing, good thing I have really good help, right? We couldn't do it. Alex would probably agree. You can't do it without good help. I have really good retention on the kennel this year. I hire up to 9 or 10 people to help run the kennel. Um, Most of them guides, 6 or 7 guides, a couple full-time handlers. So, common day for me is, work starts at 5:30, 6 o'clock, get to the kennel, feed breakfast. If I'm trucking, I usually load up the dogs in the truck, have them ready to go to the trailhead, and then get guides organized and set up on tour schedules. Our tour schedule is pretty straightforward. You know how many guides you need on any given day. And once we're going full swing, we're a well-oiled machine. You got to get there, do breakfast, load varsity to truck, feed, do chores, scoop, and then start pulling tour dogs for the day, getting sleds ready. Then I truck to the lake, train usually anywhere from 25 to 35 miles. I'm back at the kennel by maybe noon, 1 o'clock. Unload the dogs, massages, feet, finish the day out with tours. Last tour at the kennel goes out at 3:30. Last tour gets back about 5:30. Do chores, feed the dogs, any attention that we need to give anything at the end of the day, and then we're out of there. So full tour day, we're there 6 to 6, and our staff works anywhere from 5, 6 days a week, and good thing for me when we're getting into the tour season, I'm not training 26 dogs anymore. Right now, I'm only training 20. I made some cuts along the way, so um, I can trim up down to the dogs that I think are going to the race with me, which means I don't have to train every day. If I sequence my training runs enough, I can run 3 on, maybe 4 on, and then a couple off to make sure I'm giving that proper rest. And then all my dedication and my focus can be on the tour team and, rest and recovery for the race dogs. But as everybody knows, you can't burn the candle at both ends. So I have to make sure that I have to take time off too. So I make sure that I rest the dogs and rest myself accordingly, because you don't want to get to the race feeling burned out and tired and stressed and sick, and you want to come into the race 100%, not only your dog team but yourself. So I have really good help, and I couldn't do it without them.
Strangely, I didn't adhere to that when I raced. I remember
Yeah.
you getting to the starting line already being worn out, so you're doing a much better job than I did back in the day. Do you have to truck the tour teams too, or you don't have to truck those?
Nope, nope. Tour teams are right out of the kennel. So we have a really nice piece of property. We're north of town. People come right to us. We're 45 minutes an hour from tons of people. The phone rings, and tours are right there. So pulling a dog, harnessing a team, getting ready. Somebody walks in off the street, we can get a tour ready in 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what's your favorite stage on the stage stop, if you even have one? What's.
Alpine. Yeah. Alpine's been my favorite stage for years. It is just so quintessential Wyoming, and it's those high arcing mountain peaks and that river going right beside you. And I've seen moose, I've seen elk, I've seen bald eagles. You have mountain views going out, coming home. You get so close to the river at times on the trail, you can just hear the current crashing against the ice. So Alpine for me is has always been one of my favorites. So yeah, that was a quick, easy loaded answer for me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that was some of you must are like, oh, I don't know, I like them all, but no, for you it's a very very clear cut there.
Yeah, and it's a nice big open parking lot, easy access, easy in and out of there. That's always been one of our favorite spots.
Anything you're changing up in training this year from the previous seasons, or
Yeah, I think every year, I usually call other mushers. I've made good friends with some of the mushers. I'll call Bruce or I'll call JR or ask Alex or anybody that I know and just say, I can't see what you can see because I'm behind my team. Are there any strengths or weaknesses that, you see that I don't see? And if I can analyze those strengths and weaknesses and tweak my program to try and find just that, that half mile an hour, that quarter mile an hour to get you a little faster down the trail. And I appreciate all the input I can get. I've stage stop is won and lost in the mountains, right? Not the downhills, but the uphills. So I've been really focusing on mountain climbing and keeping the dogs in gear and engaged and loping up those mountains. And I live in a great spot to be able to do that. And it seems like it's translating. I have a really young, rambunctious team, so we've been training hard, and the dogs look really good in the hills.
Good. Who would you like to thank?
Oh man, yeah, all my friends and family, and I just mentioned all the crew out at the tour kennel. I couldn't do it with those. I take, when I go truck in the mountains, I take somebody with me. They run the rabbit and they help do the massages and the feet and all the crew that runs it. And my wife, I think a lot of musher wives kind of are behind the curtain, and I couldn't do it without her and all my friends and family, my mom and my sister, I think everybody you've met so far, Sebastian, and I think we'll have another reunion in Wyoming here in a month or so.
So you take a snow machine along every training run too.
We do. We take a snow machine on training runs for multiple reasons, like everybody, for traffic control, for safety. And you know what? That's one thing that we've been doing this year that I really put into training. I will, the rabbits up in front of me, I'll have them stop, pass the machine while it's running, wait half mile, 2 miles, have them pass me on the move. So I've done a lot more snowmobile exposure to the dogs because, as you know, in Wyoming at Black Rock and Alpine, we can see a heck of a lot of machines. So I've really been trying to get them just kind of a little more exposure with that machine, head-on passes, side-by-side moving passes. So that's one of the things that I tweaked this year was working a little more with snow machines.
Yeah, and on stage stop, there's this fuzzy guy on a snow machine too.
There is, yeah, yeah, kind of a big white beard.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Because I just talked to Alex and same thing. She had a snow machine rabbit the whole time, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, the logistics just never cease to amaze me. For all those training runs, it's pretty major.
It is. It's me when I'm in Wyoming at stage stop, I'm always such in a good mood and I'm so happy and grateful to be there because the way that I look at it, when we get to Wyoming, the hard stuff's done, right? The
Yeah.
hard work's put in, the training's over. We get to go to Wyoming and see our friends and go run dogs. All the hard stuff's over. So if you put in the work, you can show up to stage stop feeling prepared and ready to rock and roll. So yeah, the logistics are tough, but you push through it and you do it because you do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to see you in a bit more than a month.
Yeah, you as well. Travel safe, and we'll see you in Jackson, my friend.